Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short, and they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, Michel. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set. You got a wedge down, huh? How you getting the headache? How you getting the headache? 5.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Watch twitch. Watch the twitch.
They'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else should.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
218, chop. Hey, seam 6.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zadarius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves job that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. To throw on third down. Jones throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
To try again after the sack. Jones, and he whips that one incomplete there.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Don't get nervous. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You got nothing left. You got nothing.
Operating from the gun. Jones eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. The first down carry here for Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Now, 60 outlaw. Mike 59. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Now Jones. Screenplay. Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Walsh adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Tighten up. Tighten up. Topper. Hey, Jet. 41.
Now a give, right side. Swift, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try the left side. Swift, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Jones now. Throwing on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. On third down, Swift. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Prescott. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down now, Swift looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Prescott to throw it. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. That's out to his running back, Michelle. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Strip that ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 47-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. A final shot before break. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard.
At their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have...
It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a give right side. Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll try to get this offense going with Michelle. And he stopped immediately there. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Well, second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, it wasn't so much that it looked like the offense was threatening. They were. I mean, they had great field position, but how about the defense on that one? Huge stop on 3rd down. It wasn't just a stop. Look at the loss of yardage, and it changes the play calling and the thought process for the offense now. Big-time play for the D, and now they have the advantage.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Prescott now, a perfect 6 for 6 since taking over. Can't ask for better than that. 1st and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. They try again with Lewis. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. To throw is Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, it's Lewis. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for a Jets.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Lewis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Prescott now. Buying time to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Michel. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking to throw. Jones. Man open. That's Robert Foster complete. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, 88 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
All day, 3, 218, chopper. Let go.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Speed dribble.
Jones on 1st down. Open man, here's Foster. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel. But now it's 3rd down.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Looking to throw. Jones. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Shit! He's coming. Double up. Let's go.
They'll try the left side. Swift. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
1st and 10.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
50, plant, 6-6, bullet high.
1st and 10 at the 32.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Forced out to it, and he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll set up a throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Rock it. Speed dribble.
They'll run on 1st down. Michel trying to find a lane, but instead. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Jones now operating from the gun. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Jones to throw again. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. On 1st down, Swift, and a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a dump off here complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd and 11. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a give right side. Swift and down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
61, match box, right.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Leo. Get it.
They begin with Michel on the ground, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Jones. He's going to float this one deep right. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator. Check, 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 check. Head up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete on the deep ball. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Squeeze, five.
Looking to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bills, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Stay packing, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be gone so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got price. I got just the shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are empty. My rent is targets and crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same.